There's a lot of emotions. So I don't have young children, but, when we think of the world and we think of tragedies that happen and shootings that happen with young children or teachers, educators, it's very heavy on everybody's emotions. So we think 2 years later and we have to go back and ask ourselves, like, don't forget them. Their souls, they're beautiful souls in heaven.
She just said it best, remembering their beautiful souls in heaven. It's an emotional day in South Texas and really across the country as we remember the 19 students and 2 teachers who lost their lives exactly 2 years ago today. They were killed at Robb Elementary on a day that was supposed to be filled with end-of-the-year celebrations. Today, we've had crews in Uvalde all day long covering the tributes for the lost loved ones and the survivors of that shooting. Our Steve Spriester was there and brings us the sights and sounds from Uvalde.
Estefania, this day started with butterflies being released during a church service. It ends here tonight at the Uvalde Amphitheater with a candlelight vigil, all in remembrance of the 21 victims who were lost inside Robb Elementary 2 years ago. It's an effort to show that people remember their names. They remember the lives lost. We spent much of our time today at Town Square Park. We also spent part of our time at Robb Elementary. And one of the people that I talked to at Robb was Valeria. She was putting roses in front of the 21 crosses. She's a Robb Elementary survivor in the classroom right across the hall from where that shooting happened. This is her second time coming back to a place that has horrible memories for her, but she says she does it so her friends know she still remembers.
They they made a lot of people smile.
Do you still smile when you think of them?
Sometimes.
The hope for many in this community is that this is a day of remembrance. Yes, there are differences in this community. Yes, there are people that want different things to happen when it comes to action and accountability. But the hope is today, of all days, people can come together to heal. In Uvalde, Steve Spriester, KSAT 12 News.
And as we mourn the victims, a Robb Elementary School teacher and shooting survivor turned a day of remembrance into action. You know, Anulfo Reyes, he spent the morning in Uvalde's Town Square along with several bright orange flags. They're meant to raise awareness for gun violence. Community members and a fellow survivor, A.J. Martinez, joined him. They stood along the road for 77 minutes, which is how long it took for law enforcement to confront the gunman. Several drivers honked in support. Reyes says that he hopes the group's presence serves as a reminder.
We won't forget what happened, and to bring awareness to the gun violence in America.
Meanwhile, more action tonight. Several victims' families filed new lawsuits naming 3 companies for wrongful death. They include Instagram's parent company Meta, Activision, which is the company behind the Call of Duty video game, and Daniel Defense, that's the manufacturer that made the AR-15 style assault rifle that the gunman used to carry out the deadliest school shooting in state history. Now, all the lawsuits argue that the companies marketed that weapon to underage boys in video games and on social media. You can read more about the lawsuits right now on KSAT.com. Also on KSAT.com, our Uvalde coverage continues with more stories from people mourning the 19 students and 2 teachers who were killed 2 years ago today. Just look for this page where we have a collection of stories, all focusing on the community of Uvalde. Meanwhile, tonight, another community is hurting after a 4-year-old boy died. And a few hours ago, people gathered for a vigil in his honor. The accident happened Tuesday near his apartment off of North General McMullen. Police say that Zaden Francis was walking through a parking lot by himself on his way home from a playground when a car hit him. Little Zaden died yesterday.
He was so adorable. He was such a cute little kid. He was so nice. He always said hi.
Now, police say the driver who hit Zaden is not facing charges. In other news now, the Daniel Garcia trial continues. Today in court, testimony revealed that 5-year-old Dominic Aguilar Acevedo had numerous injuries at the time of his death, but it's still unclear how that little boy died.
Are you able to arrive at a conclusion as to how Dominic Aguilar died?
Not conclusively, no.
And why is that?
Because I had so little of him to examine.
So little of him to examine. Think about that. In August of 2021, Dominic Aguilar Acevedo was found along a hillside in Colorado. The little boy was allegedly killed by his mother's boyfriend, Daniel Garcia. Dominic's mother testified that Garcia had been physically abusing Dominic until he died in July of 2021. Daniel Garcia's trial is going to pick back up on Tuesday, and the jury is expected to start deliberating next Wednesday. And we've been live streaming the trial throughout, and we're going to continue doing that next week. So watch it on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, and the KSAT YouTube page. Now, 400,000 patients now believed to be a part of the latest data breach at Centromed, the healthcare provider confirming that breach just last week. And patients have been asking KSAT for help since earlier this month. That's when the night team's John Paul Barajas started asking questions. And tonight, he's getting answers directly from the leadership at Centromed.
They encrypted our files. We don't believe that they took the data. They locked up our system where we did not have access to the file.
And that means the personal information of 400,000 Centromed patients may be at risk. Staff are now in the process of notifying current and past patients of the April 30th data breach.
There is hope that you guys will reobtain everything that was hacked or compromised.
Yes, we actually expect to have our systems and our records available as early as next week.
But Ana Maria Garza Cortez with Centromed could not commit to a specific day in which its records and systems would be back online.
They don't have my records. I don't know what I'm going to do.
For patients like Isabel Correa, time is running out. She tells us she needs her medical records for her disability claim.
The only thing I have is like $400. That's it. I can't work. I can't drive. I haven't been cleared for anything.
Is there a reason behind them encrypting your patient files?
I do not have those details at this time.
We don't know if they're requesting funds for access back?
Based on the advice of legal counsel, we're not allowed to discuss if it was requesting funds or not.
And this isn't a first for Centromed. It dealt with a similar situation in June 2023, but it's not clear if the same people are responsible.
There's different steps that are happening to make sure that this incident doesn't happen again at Centromed.
Given that you had 2 massive incidents in June of 2023, 350,000 patients were notified. Now we have 400,000 in less than a year's time. How do you make that promise after this?
It is a difficult time frame with our society, and we know that we're not unique to this situation.
For Correa, that's not enough.
I will never trust Centromed with my health information or my children's information ever again.
Again, Centromed hopes to have access to its computer system and records sometime next week. As for personal information, they think that's just locked up rather than stolen. But patients with concerns are asked to call a toll-free number. That number is on your screen. It's 888-990-8424. It's available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., but it will be closed for the Memorial Day holiday. You can also find that information at KSAT.com. And of course, we will continue to stay on top of this story and bring you any updates. Stefania.
All right, John Paul, thank you. In other news now, San Antonio has been waiting a long time, a very, very long time, for a direct flight to Washington, D.C. And today, city and state leaders met at the airport to show their support for the new flights. You remember that last week, President Joe Biden signed the Federal Aviation Administration bill into law, which creates 5 new round-trip slots to Reagan National Airport. Mayor Ron Nirenberg says that American Airlines has already submitted the application to get one of those routes right here in San Antonio. Those elected leaders who were at our airport today say that a direct flight would be huge for the Alamo City.
It's exciting that San Antonio will have new nonstop flights to Washington. We've got one now to Europe. And so we're the 7th largest city in the country and the fastest growing city in the country. And so San Antonio deserves this.
So just in case you're wondering why San Antonio doesn't already have a direct flight to D.C., well, it's because of the FAA's perimeter rule that restricts nonstop flights to D.C. within 1,250 miles of the airport, and San Antonio is about 1,600 miles away.
Dozens of people on this street here in South Bexar County are living without a water connection. So coming up tonight on the Nightbeat, hear those residents' concern and the county's response to this water crisis.
Before we head to break, we're going to take another moment to reflect on the 19 students and 2 teachers who lost their lives 2 years ago today at Robb Elementary. Now, a shakeup within the city's animal care services. Shannon Sims, director of ACS, appears to be retiring early. Sims was already slated to retire. According to an ACS spokeswoman, his last day was Wednesday. That decision came last year after animal advocates called for a change after multiple dog attacks and high stray counts throughout the city. An interim director was officially named today. One street in South Bexar County still struggling without water, even 1 year after the San Antonio water system finished a main water line extension along Dixie Lee. That street sits just off of Highway 281 south of Loop 1604. Bexar County spent $400,000 on the project, but as families told the Night Team's Avery Everett, they're still facing a hefty bill.
You would think that we lived in a third world country the way everyone down this street has to live.
Down a quiet street like Dixie Lee, neighbors say they're tired of being silent.
It's a real inconvenience.
Multiple homes along this street are not connected to the public water supply. Instead, they rely on water bottles.
That's unrealistic.
And now they're asking Bexar County for help.
If you don't know where you're going, it's easy to drive by. With no street sign and no pavement, it's hard to tell that this is Dixie Lee. And it's really hard to believe that this is all just 1 block from 281.
I feel like we're treated differently.
Dorothy Duquette says she's reached out to the county several times since moving here in 2019.
Here we are 5 years later, and we're still waiting.
In 2022, the county was able to take action through a main water line extension project.
To help connect this street to the San Antonio water system, the county allocated $400,000 to help with the design and construction of a water main line. But 2 years later, neighbors say this street is still dry.
This is the meter box.
The meter box, but there's no meter inside.
There's nothing in it.
Neighbors say the county and SAWS expect them to buy their own water meters, but it could cost them thousands of dollars.
We don't have that.
So how did the county spend that $400,000? Documents show just over $61,000 went toward the project's design, while the remaining $338,000 was sent to SAWS for construction with this check. But not all of that money was spent. The county says the design came in $10,000 under budget. It also received this check from SAWS for $22,000, all left over from the construction funds.
Where did the money go?
So I asked the county that question. A spokesperson says the leftover cash is now in the county's general fund. But Bexar County is looking into how the money could be used to, quote, assist property owners who need meters. Why only assist? A statement from the county says, quote, meters are located on private property and public funds cannot be expended on private property. SAWS confirmed it's standard for new customers to connect their home to the water main line. The utility says one family on Dixie Lee connected their own line, but dozens of others have homes that are still dry.
It's just a long process that we just simply can't afford.
Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
And we certainly hope those people get some sort of resolution and relief soon. Okay, so it is smoky out there.
Yes, very smoky out there, and that's part of our headlines here. Hazy, hot, and humid. And hazy's the key there with that smoke that we have in the air. Take a look at our weather headlines. Near 100 for high temperatures all weekend, but when you factor in the humidity, feeling like 112 and then a few storm chances as we get into next week. Okay, here's a look at the haze. You can see it from the satellite imagery earlier today. It originates down in the Yucatan Peninsula and even parts of Central America, and you can see the plumes of smoke being carried in the atmosphere across the Gulf of Mexico up into Texas, right here into our neck of the woods. And that's why you have that haze there that you see and that grayish color on the satellite imagery. As for the forecast going through the rest of the weekend, it's still going to be there. And even when we had the clearing, the clouds cleared out, the sky was that milky blue, and that's going to be the case through the weekend. Tomorrow morning, still some smoke out there. It gets a little more dense as we get into the afternoon tomorrow. It's going to be similar to what we had today. And then even on into Sunday, we still have some amounts, but I anticipate it's going to thin out a little bit by late Sunday. Here's our time lapse from today. Usually from this camera, you can see downtown right here, but that's not the case today because of that smoke in the air. And it did actually have an impact on air quality and still does a little bit. Now, usually air quality is at its worst in the mid-afternoon, the hottest part of the day. But even right now, these pink areas are showing up as unhealthy. Now, for most of us, we're not going to feel it in our respiratory system. But if you do have a sensitive respiratory system, keep this in mind through the weekend as we'll continue to have that smoke in the air. Reservoir levels. I know Memorial Day weekend, people may be wanting to hit the water. Best bet's the coast if you can. Canyon Lake at 57.8% full. That's 23 feet below the conservation pool. Medina, not even 3% full. Choke at 22.5%. And that is 29.1 below the conservation pool. All right, let's talk temperatures and more. 87 degrees right now. That's 10 degrees lower than our high earlier today. But when you factor in the humidity, it feels like 99 still. Temps in the 80s, but that very high humidity still giving us that heat index right around 100, especially here in town. Now, obviously, temperatures will fall off a bit this evening, but we're still going to start the day tomorrow very humid and unseasonably warm in the upper 70s near 80. As for showers and storms, all the action off to the north of us again today, the yellow box indicating the severe thunderstorm watch that's still in effect. A lot of it around the Metroplex and a little bit farther south down I-35 closer to Waco. Now going forward, Monday, we do have a slight chance of storms, but generally speaking over the next 7 days, the bulk of the moisture is going to be in North and East Texas. We could just get the leftovers of thunderstorms in North Texas in the days ahead. That's why we have that 20% chance late Monday on Memorial Day. Then every day the rest of next week, we're at that 20% chance. It really hinges a lot on outflow boundaries from those storms to the north. We can get a few outflow boundaries our way and leftovers from storms in North Texas. So cross your fingers for some of those leftovers. Notice the weekend forecast, 100 degrees Sunday. That would be our first 100-degree day of the year and tie the record for the day. Monday, 100, that would tie the record. But keep in mind, when you factor in the humidity and the mugginess, feeling like it's 112 for a few hours every afternoon. And notice next week, here's a bonus. We trim back temperatures a little bit down into the mid-90s. I know it's not much, still above average for this time of year, but we'll take whatever kind of break we can get. And looking at live cam, you still see the haze outside. It's out there. You can see that smoke in the air. And oh, that's the moon rising, I believe. Is that? No. Very well could be. Anyway, you get more vibrant sunrises and sunsets, and even the moonrise may be a little more vibrant there.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so rivalry was on full display tonight.
Yes, up in Austin, Texas against Texas A&M. Softball super regional up there. Texas is ranked number 1, Texas A&M number 16. They're like, who cares? We're going to come in here and win this game. And in high school baseball, O'Connor tied their series with Reagan. We got it coming up.
Yeah, it was super exciting. We put a lot of runs up last night. I'm glad we saved one to win.
Hudson Hendricks and the Bernie Greyhounds are closing in on a trip to state in big board sports. It was a packed party over at Northeast Sports Park as the O'Connor Panthers are looking to stay alive in Game 2 of their 6A regional semifinal against the Reagan Rattlers. Bottom of the third, Reagan down 1 with runners on the corners. Caden Crofts hits a fly ball in foul territory, but it's caught in the play, so Jeter battles, tags up, and he beats to throw home. And then during a celebration, a wild throw to third gives a green light to Javi Cuevas, who strolls in to make it 2-1 Rattlers. How about that? But the Panthers would pounce back as James O'Connor crushes one to deep left. That'll bring home Zach Hopkins to retake the lead, and it would stay that way as O'Connor wins at 3-2. They even the series at 1-1.
I mean, it was insane. The crowd was going crazy. I've never played in a crowd like this before. Last year, we only got to round 3. You know, this is 10 times better than that. So I was happy that I could do it for my team and do it for our fans.
It's what you talk about with your guys on a daily basis, and it's what we dreamed about, right? And we gave ourselves a shot. We gave ourselves a shot for a shot at Dell, and that's what we're excited about.
Yeah, shot at Dell is what it's all about. Decisive Game 3 is tomorrow night at 7 at Wolf Stadium. And more Class 6A regional semis. The Johnson Jaguars beat La Jolla 10-0 to sweep that series and will next play the winner of Reagan O'Connor. In the Class 4A regional semis, the Bernie Greyhounds swept the Bishop Badgers 2-0. Bottom 6 runner on second base for Hudson Hendricks, and he comes up with a hit to left field. Walker Hill will come around third base, and he scores. And that's pretty much all they needed. One run today as Bernie wins it 1-0. Turning to college softball, Trinity Cannon helped the Aggies beat the Longhorns in Game 1 of the Austin Super Regional today. Cannon hit a 3-run homer in the first inning to help A&M get off to a hot start. And then in the top of the 5th inning, Cannon goes yard again, a 2-run job to center field, and it's 5-0 Texas A&M. Bring out the bubbles. That's her second career game with multiple homers. Texas trailed 6-0 before trying to come back. They scored 4 runs in the 6th, and in the bottom of the 7th, Reese Atwood crushes a solo job to left field, and the Horns are down 6-5, but the rally ends there. Next batter swings and misses, strike 3, game over. Number 16, Texas A&M stuns number 1 Texas 6-5, taking Game 1 of this best-of-3 series. Emily Kennedy going the distance for A&M. In the NAIA Softball World Series, number 1 Our Lady of the Lake shutout number 8 Madonna 3-0 today. Marisa Bradley from Seguin High School drove in 2 runs for the Saints. Olu will next face Oregon Tech tomorrow. St. Mary's women's golf team made some key putts today and will next play for a national championship after the break.
They're amazing. The culture that we have here is incredible, and they've really taken me under. And the seniors and juniors on this team, they're just such great leaders and have been so amazing this year.
That's Bernie champion alum and St. Mary's University freshman golfer Savannah Dupree, and she helped the Rattlers beat the top-seeded and nationally ranked number 2 Flagler in the quarterfinals of medal match play at the NCAA Championships in Florida to advance to the semifinals. Junior Orla O'Leary made this putt to clinch the 3-1-1 final score.
I'm super happy for everyone and for all the girls. They must have really dug deep because we beat an amazing team, and they were the first seed and deserved to be, so for us to come out here really shows that anyone can do it.
And then in the semis, the Rattlers beat Findlay University 3-2, advancing to the NCAA Division II Women's Golf Championship Finals, where they'll face the University of Indianapolis tomorrow morning. And how about this? Savannah Dupree from Champion won her semifinal match by 11 strokes and her quarterfinal one by 4 shots.
Pretty hot.
Yep.
Love that. Thank you. We'll be right back.